tool that is being... We're going to talk about fetal alcohol, essentially a new diagnostic tool that is being worked on by the FASD, as they call it. It also may have attention deficit and hyperactivity disorder. So that is interesting. Is the head of FASD research.
Good morning, Gareth.
Appreciate your time.
Not a problem. It's very complex to diagnose. Hours and many practitioners, so you often need a paediatric physio, occupational therapist and speech pathologist, screening so that children can then be referred for that.
So it, I guess, narrows the funnel a little.
Narrow it conveniently and efficiently so that some management strategies put in place early on.
Okay. On part, how early is early on?
Well, the children screen or have test with this new technology to 12-year-olds. So we're going to start with that age group. That they're fairly accessible through their school age, and some technology is a effect FASD investigation. Then child health nurses. So all those sort of are having can be assessed.
Important.
So the eye tracking is screen their eyes on the screen and dots, and it gives us an indication of how they're evasive. They can sit there. It's quite fun. There's some of the children who, it's a bit like a computer game, so nothing like that. But it's a very effective. It's easy and it's fast, and that can do lots of children very readily and very eating a bit more investigation. It made another neurodevelopmental deficit.
What are you actually looking for in the eye tracking? What is it that gives an indication that perhaps more
they are able to focus screen, and so how quickly and how able they are to screen.
And I guess any FASD or ADHD may be issues.
It's not a diagnosis, but it'll point these children that this is being done in accuracy with referring children who sort of it can be really effective.
And I guess the importance of it, I mean, other than getting kids on the right, is that, as you explained, because a formal diagnosis and support, it's a lot of medical precision where you just throw that resource at everyone.
No, throw it at everyone.
Sure.
But we want to make sure we children going through that procedure, because it's
of course, and you want to direct those resources to where they're most required. What happens? Not about it, but is it the fact that you're talking about 7 to which progress can be made on something that really starts?
That's exactly right. But any with FASD at any age is better than is better. At the moment, we're just trying to recruit to this who are typical and normal, without any deficits, you'd call it, of normal children. That then we get this screening tool in place for all children, show those deficits. Sorry?
No, I was going to say you're actually looking
now.
And they need not necessarily be FASD kids.
Completely normal kids, because we want to demonstrate a normal son, see how that looks, and then we can start doing the comparison.
Understood.
We're quite early on in the research, but as I said, our children will look different to compare against.
Makes sense.
And that's what
I guess I've always thought this about the disorder, the series of conditions that are beyond the control of, set up for problems before birth. Is it a life sentence, or are there things that...
So you're right, and it's something that can be prevented. The better informed all of our community, something that happens at all. There are, mechanisms and strategies, and, not maybe a normal, but they can, maintain things that would be expected by every parent for their child.
Intensive treatment therapy improvement can be made.
The more likely the improvement will be as well, and that's the most...
Beyond this screening test, ADHD in terms of the way that they operate neurologically?
So some of so it's important that they're differentiated when the time comes, and, having a diagnosis of FASD, characteristics of ADHD within that child as well, in terms of the screening, that we can differentiate what we'll, have the diagnosis for.
Yeah. If you perhaps participate in this, what should people do?
People or contact Dr Martin Simons, and our emails are all up on the website, which is .au. Good
luck with it. Appreciate you explaining it to us. Well done you. Dr Roslyn Giglia. She is the head of research at the Telethon Kids Institute. If you would like more information, follow the links, and you can volunteer if you've got looking for healthy children at the moment to build a survey. Interesting, isn't it?